Hi, folks. Today we are going to talk about one of the essential gear for photographers and tech enthusiasts. Typically, lots of people don't even bother or think on that line, and I had a first-hand experience of that. So when I bought like a new set of my camera gear, I started thinking how to safeguard them and how where to keep them, and I was looking for the options, and then I found out something called dry cabinet, which makes sense because the experience I got was when I sold my old camera gear, the Canon kit. The retailer said, "Oh, it has got developed mold inside the lenses." Because I kept it like in my walk-in closet and kept it for like a couple of years. I didn't touch them. I was busy with life. Life goes on at the time, and I didn't touch them. I wanted to sell them off and get into the drone and action photography. But like eventually, I got into the regular photography. I'll talk about that sometime later, some other episode or some other session. Today we're going to talk about the dry cabinet I got, Ruggard 50 liter. I just got it delivered last week from B&H. I got a matte black. I'm not sure you can see that. I switched it on. Uh, uh, that's the I'll talk about in detail once we go close up to this. So I just unboxed it. It came in a really nice package, very tightly packed with all the proper foam packing, and I didn't have any issues with the packing. Especially, I think the box is originally packed by Ruggard. B&H sent it as it is. So there are some scratches in the transportation, but inside it's well shielded, so there was no issues on this. Already plugged it in. I'll talk about it. Let's look at inside first. One thing to notice is when I got the box, the handlebar was fixed inside, and the one I got has an unlock instead of a regular lock. Wherein my friend and I bought it together, the same store, same price, same model. He got one with a regular lock. I think in the website it showed regular lock. I didn't expected an unlock, but for me it's I think it's a added advantage. And they did send a small key kind of stuff. I don't know this is for what, to tightening the screws. Probably once you open up and yeah, it's a small Allen key kind of thing. And the manual is inside the box when they sent it, and I just stacked it. They put a default stacking of the trays. If you look at this, and I already kept my lenses just to see how they fit. Let's talk about the space. Even though it is 50 liter, I thought it's going to be big, but it is the exact size or similar size of the small refrigerator you usually see in the hotels, the tucked inside the cabinet, that kind of thing. It's almost the same size. And one shocking thing for me is my most favorite lens, the Sony 70 to 200 mm f2.8, is barely fitting in it. Like a lengthwise, even the breadthwise, I can keep two of these this size lenses like horizontally aligned or vertically like this. So it barely fits in. And I do have like my 50 mm f1.4 G Master fits in nicely. I mean, if you keep them like this, I think you can see right, like the vertical. You can stack more lenses. But if you want to keep it horizontally, you have limited space. It kind of occupies more. And I have another 80 mm f1.8, and another one is on the my rig, which is connected to the studio. Currently, the other video you were seeing earlier was shot by my 20 mm Sony lens, and that I mean that I have only one body at the moment, and I do have like some action camera and action camera gears, and I have a drone which is in the cabinet. I still need to get it out and put it here. I was too lazy to do that right now. So this is the space wise. It looks you can keep like a 4 or 5 prime lenses comfortably, and a couple of medium range zoom lenses which are like about 200. If you have something bigger than that, I'll definitely suggest you to go for a bigger size. And let me see, my face is not coming up. Let me move the camera a bit. Even then, my face is not coming up. I had to bend down. Anyway, it doesn't matter. My face is not important than the equipment here. And if you see this, it shows the outside temperature and the RH range. When I started, it was 50. They kept it for like 40 to 50. It's a relative humidity. You can set it up, and typically it says, according to the manual, it can adjust 25 to 60%, not more or less. Maximum range is that. Within that, it can adjust of relative humidity. And I set it for like, if you look at this, right, the set button, if you press twice and then it start flashing the relative humidity number, you can make it increase or decrease. So typically the standard value for camera gear, they say it's 35 to 50 or 40 to 50. That should be the best humidity you need to maintain. And once you set it up, it takes, like, according to the manual and also the other blogs, it takes anywhere from 1 to 3 hours to adjust to that humidity and keep it maintained. And on the back side, it has some kind of a exhaust stuff, like a dehumidifier stuff, which is very very silent. I can't hear a thing. It is on, so it is totally worth noticing that it is no disturbance at all. It's very silent. So it's worth noticing that it's very very silent. You can't hear anything. I mean, it's been on. There's a backside humidifier, probably there's a minuscule fan or something, but I don't hear anything. My room is totally silent. There's no noise as of now, at least. So that's about it. And let's talk about the build quality. Build quality, I feel it's really good. It metal sheet. I have no complaints about it. Nicely finished, very well looking. Even the black, I chose a black mat. Probably to go good with my office furniture and other stuff. They have other options of wood finish, which are probably more expensive or the same price because of EDU discount. This was a better price for me. Obviously, money counts, so I went with this, and I like this right now. Uh, and yeah, the cons of it is you have to shell out the money. So obviously it is not cheap. It is MSRP is like for 50 liter is like $199, and it's a good brand. You can get, like, there are many options. So if you look up in Amazon, there are variety of brands selling these, from new to older brands, and various price ranges. You have to look up what makes sense for you, and look up the review and quality and feedback from other customers. That looking at all those things, I felt this is more suited for my needs and my budget. So I went with this Ruggard 50 liter. And the other cons I can say is it takes up a space, obviously. So you have to have a space. If you're tight spaced, it's difficult. But you still can accommodate this one under the table if you want. So just like the hotel refrigerator, they keep it inside the cabinet. You can do that also. So yeah, I mean, those are the two things come to my mind. And what else I can say? I'm kind of liking it. Let's see how it goes for long run. Hope it works out. And it. I mean, like, usually bad news comes fast. If something breaks down, some mishap happens, definitely I'll report to make a judgmental call on the purchase, what they want to buy or not. But hopefully it should work fine. I just started it today. I'll move it. I mean, just for the video shot, I kept it in center of the room. Probably I'll move it to a nice corner where it can fit. And yeah, that's all about it. Please give me your honest comments and feedback. I'm a newbie to doing the review stuff altogether, and even to the photography world, I'm newbie in the sense I had gear before with the craze. I bought them, I never used, I never learned. Honestly, I didn't put my efforts. Now I'm putting my efforts, and I'm trying better photographer in all aspects. So I'm trying my best. My next interest is going to be like probably an astrophotography. I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at it, kind of interesting. and sometimes it feels challenging. Let's see how it goes. Adios till then. Bye bye.